This girl I'm about to show you, she isn't real. And this one, she's also 100% AI generated. So I was browsing on YouTube the other day when this popped up in my feed. And as a personal finance YouTuber, I thought, hey, great, there's a new face, there's someone new, let me check it out. But within about 5 seconds of watching it, I knew it was AI. And the more I watched, the more concerned that I got. So I dove deep down into the rabbit hole of AI financial influencers. And what I discovered was pretty shocking. Today, I'll show you how these AI videos are targeting people with these fake videos and AI generated content. And at the end, I'll show you how to protect yourself and your loved ones from this growing trend. So let's take a look at this first video. It has about 200,000 views, which is pretty big for a Canadian personal finance video. So that's equivalent to about a 2 million view video, I would say, in the US. This means that a lot of people must have watched this and thought that it was real. So let's go through it.
Understanding these changes to the Canada Pension Plan, CPP, Old Age Security, OAS, and Guaranteed Income Supplement, GIS, is absolutely essential.
All right, so my initial thoughts, she's an attractive woman. If you're not paying attention, you might not be able to notice the weird kind of cadence in her voice, the strange facial expression, and the way that her lips move. A lot of people watch YouTube videos just on the background now, or some people don't even look at the visuals at all. So I think a lot of people could be fooled by this. All right, let's keep going.
For 2025, the contribution rate will rise to 5.95% for employees and employers each, up from 5.7% in 2024. Self-employed Canadians will pay both portions, meaning a total contribution rate of 11.9% on eligible earnings.
So less than 2 minutes into this video, I already spotted the first mistake. She's saying that the CPP contribution rate will rise to 5.95% in 2025, up from 5.7% in 2024, but that's wrong. The rate was already 5.95% in 2024, so there is no increase in that figure. Let's keep going.
Another significant change to the CPP is the increase in the year's maximum pensionable earnings, or YMPE. This is essentially the ceiling on which CPP contributions are calculated. For 2025, this amount is projected to increase to approximately $68,500, up from $66,600 in 2024. This means higher income earners will be contributing on a larger portion of their income.
All right, so another minute in and another mistake. They say that the year's maximum pensionable earnings will go from $66,000 as of the previous year up to $68,500. That's incorrect. The 2024 YMPE was already $68,500.
The biggest news for OAS recipients is the permanent 10% increase for seniors age 75 and over that was implemented in 2022 will continue, but there's an additional enhancement coming in 2025. The government has announced a further 5% increase specifically for seniors age 75 and over who have lower incomes.
So here's another mistake. She's saying that there's a further 5% OAS increase for low-income seniors over 75, presenting it as a confirmed policy, but this hasn't been officially legislated. It's just a proposal.
This targeted boost aims to help the most vulnerable seniors cope with rising living costs.
Yeah, so you can see the visuals in the video, all these stock images or AI generated images. You'll see some weird faces, some distorted hands, sometimes people holding up these weird checks with gibberish on it. So it's obviously AI generated. When I first watched this, I thought, man, this looks so fake. There's no way people can be getting confused by this. So I thought I would look, first of all, at the comments here. Well, first, actually, let's look at the dislike ratio. So I have an extension that shows the approximate dislike ratio. So actually it's got mostly likes, 2,000 likes, 14 dislikes only. So that already tells me that this has fooled a lot of people because I was expecting a much higher dislike ratio. If you look at the comments, it's, people saying everybody's right, it's based on our own money, we've already paid tax on it. Some of these might be bots, by the way, but a lot of them aren't. CPP and OS should be tax exempt. So I think a lot of these are bot comments, but some of them I think aren't. Like this one maybe is real. Some of the, I'm not sure actually. It's tough to tell. Yeah, okay, this one, good information, but you need to change your format. All I saw was 30 or 40 clips of seniors holding their checks up and smiling at the camera. Not very helpful. Okay, yeah, so, and this girl, finally, I spot a comment where someone has some pretty good sense here. Where are you getting your info on OAS and GIS? It's all wrong. And it is all wrong. So some people have noticed, but I think a lot of people have not. So that's quite concerning. It's quite concerning. And let's take a look at their channel though. So it's called OAS CPP Updates. Got 9,000 subscribers, 321 videos, and going through all these, it's all the same kind of AI slop kind of videos. And they're not getting too many views, but I went through a few of these videos and a lot of them have just totally incorrect information. So I think the entire script is being made through AI and not really checked. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these titles. Forget tax cuts. Canada launches new CPP and OAS deductions. Okay, that's wrong. CPP, Canadian seniors may get triple OAS and GIS payments. That's wrong also. So I'm going to show you another video that's similar to this, but before we go on, if you want to save more on taxes and retirement, check out our free guide with 5 proven strategies to keep more of your money. You can grab your free copy, a link is in the description. Now first, I want to talk about why though this is going to get much worse before it gets better. So videos like this are often going to be using attractive, trustworthy looking AI avatars and voices that feel professional. And research has shown that we're much more likely to trust someone just because they're more attractive. And we perceive them as notably more trustworthy, competent, and credible. I mean, that's probably why you're inclined to trust me, right? But behind the slick presentation, the content is sloppy or outright false. You can think of these videos like the sirens from Greek mythology, beautiful voices calling you in only to wreck your finances on the rocks. But wait a minute, this is giving me a good idea. Should I start face tuning to get better engagement? What do you think? Probably not. Another big thing is they prey on senior citizens in particular with videos like this because they have fear of losing income or missing out on benefits they've earned. And the tone is always urgent, pushing the idea that you have to act quickly or you'll lose money. What makes it worse is how they mix real information with fake numbers. Some of the facts are correct, so it's harder to tell when they're lying. More advanced scams are gonna start using AI voices or even deepfake videos to impersonate officials. So if someone trusts the channel, they could be tricked into handing over personal details or money. So I didn't find any links to, say, courses or sketchy websites in the description of these videos, but I could easily see that happening. And it's exactly how many scams start, by building trust first. And maybe these channels aren't scammers, maybe they're just trying to collect YouTube ad revenue. But I can guarantee that there will be scammers popping up in the future that are gonna be using videos like this. CRA scams are especially common. These channels could one day convince seniors they're dealing with the government when it's really just scammers at the end. It's still in its infancy, but this kind of content is only going to get more convincing. Later, I'll show you how you can protect you and your loved ones from scams like these. And by the way, this is the kind of thing we can help our clients figure out here at Blueprint Financial. Whether it's spotting scams or maximizing CPP or OAS, we've helped a lot of Canadians just like you. And if you'd like clear expert guidance, book a discovery call with us. A link's in the description. Just make sure you check my credentials first and that I'm not AI, which I'll show you how to do later. Alright, so I'm going to show you another video similar to the last one. This one has 269,000 views, so a lot of people have probably seen it. Let's see how she talks.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Smith, and today we're diving into some important changes just announced by Service Canada.
So again, the same kind of cadence, the same awkward kind of speech, but I could totally see how someone would be fooled by this.
For 2025, the maximum monthly CPP payment at age 65 is $1,433. That's right, $1,433 every single month, direct to your bank account, if you've maxed out your contributions over the years. The average retiree, though, gets about $808.14 a month, and that's still a solid chunk of change.
Okay, so she's saying that you can get $8,814 per month. She might have misspoke there. She might have made $814, but that's completely false because there's nothing that will add up to that figure of 8,800 whatever dollars. So overall, this is very similar to the first video. And if you go through their channel as well, you're gonna see a lot of the same AI type of content. There's a lot of wrong information that's obviously AI written and AI generated. So now, what can we do to protect our loved ones? So if you want to keep you and your loved ones safe, start by making sure any advice comes from a real person with real credentials. Especially if someone on YouTube is trying to sell you a course, a service, or asking you for money, look them up first to make sure you could trace it back to a real person. Check, say they're standing with trusted organizations like the CFP board or the CFA Institute if they have these credentials. For example, I'm a certified financial planner or a CFP myself, and you could verify my credentials anytime online. The same goes for things like insurance agents, accountants, lawyers, and other professionals. Just never take YouTube videos word for it. Look up, say their LinkedIn also. If it's non-existent or seems like there is a bunch of followers from random countries, that's a red flag as well. And before you send money or share any personal details, always pause and think it through. Remember, your bank and the CRA will never call you out of nowhere demanding payments, gift cards, or any personal information. If you ever get a call or an email claiming to be your bank or the CRA, you should hang up immediately and call the official number listed on their website to confirm. So search up their website on Google, go to their website and find their official number. So don't just trust unexpected links or phone numbers in messages or emails. And if you know someone who's retired or getting close to retirement, please share this video with them. Remind them to double check any financial claims on Canada.ca or the official Service Canada website, or to talk things over with someone they trust. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. It's also important to understand that scams overwhelmingly target older Canadians. So take the time to help your parents and grandparents learn about this rise in AI-driven fraud. A few minutes of education can prevent years of damage. And there is some good news though. YouTube is no longer monetizing for AI slop content. They mentioned that as of July 15th, hopefully that will help curb some of this rise in AI slop. Personally, I'm fine with AI when it's used for, say, entertainment or visual effects, but when it comes to giving financial or even health advice, that's a whole different story. Imagine a fake doctor giving out medical guidance on YouTube. It could get very dystopian very quickly. And hopefully YouTube and other platforms will build better guardrails around this technology. These scams are only going to get more and more convincing, so knowing exactly who you could trust online has never been more important. Education is your best defense. By staying informed, you'll protect both your finances and your peace of mind. And if you'd like help sorting through all of this, visit Blueprint Financials to see how we can support you. And if you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe. YouTube has picked out another video it thinks you'll enjoy, so go ahead and check that out.